There you go.
Okay, let's start now. Duran Customz, interview number 19. We are honoring NWA founding member, aka Professor X, JJ Fat producer, DJ gamer, technologist, futurist, CEO of GOAT, and the Innovate Next movement and Open Lab. Also, one of the key elements, key ingredients in the foundation of West Coast hip hop. And like I said, original member of the world's most dangerous crew, Mr. Arabian Prince, a electro funk producer. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, fam. How about yourself?
Good, brother. Man, I gotta say, man, I was blown away when you shared everything that you've been up to, brother. I gotta say, you're an inspiration, man.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Just gotta keep it moving.
To the future, brother, to the youngsters out there. You showed that you could have two passions in life and follow them and be successful at that height, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your passion for the music and technology, bro, it's just like unbelievable, bro. I'm shocked. And I wish a lot of people were as humble as you, brother, and inspired to show the future, man, and help out with the future generation, brother. You know what I'm saying? And when they say Professor X, brother, when you say Professor X, when I see you in that open lab teaching those kids, bro, that ain't no lie right there, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're inspiring. You're planting a seed for the future generation out there.
Yes, sir. Just trying to do my thing, man. Appreciate it.
What was it earlier on in life that propelled you toward music, brother, and your surroundings and your environment?
Yeah, that's what did, man. My surroundings and my environment. Like growing up in the hood, growing up in the mountain, man. I was the only child, and my moms didn't want me out there doing dirt. And unfortunately and fortunately, my uncles was the ones doing most of the dirt. So they was in the street causing all the trouble, and they didn't want me doing what they was doing. So my moms and my uncles especially my uncles were like, man, we don't want to see you out here because we out here. And if we see you out here, we whooping your ass. And I was more scared of my uncles and my cousins than anybody else. So I just kind of listened to what they were saying, got into sports, and really got into, electronics and technology stuff, man, like in the late 70s, early 80s.
Wow, brother. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Living out here in Southern California, bro, even if you don't have to be from anywhere, you're affiliated because you've grown up in the neighborhood, brother. That's all. And it's just we're around that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And you gotta think about it. Like
you gotta maneuver through it.
yeah, for sure.
Who are some of your favorites in music, whether it be funk, soul, jazz, or rock, brother?
Yeah, man. So, I tell everybody my uncle Wayne, or Hoggy, he was everybody had that one person in the family that they idolized, right? Yes. So I was always with my one uncle, and he had a crazy record collection. So he kind of opened my mind to music. That's why my music, if people hear my style, it's all over the place, because he was all over the place. Like, I think the first thing he ever gave me, he gave me one of them old 8-track boom boxes.
Yes.
8-track in the side. I think it was a JVC, had the big one speaker. Like a little speaker, and to put the 8-track in it. And he gave me Parliament Funkadelic. And he gave me Kiss. There was a Kiss album that each member of Kiss had their own album, like Faces, right?
Yeah. I remember that album.
I had the Gene Simmons one. Wow. So I was listening to Parliament Funkadelic and freaking, Kiss, and then Prince. I think I had the For You album, or the It's one of the first Prince albums we had.
Prince is badass, man. So is Kiss, man. Shit, Detroit Rock City. Rock and roll, God made rock and roll. Like, what was that one? That dude, badass, bro. Shit.
Yeah. So that was my influence. So that's what kind of got me in.
The other day was that Kiss was like the rock and roll Beatles and stuff like that. Blew my fucking mind, bro. Because you never think of it in that manner. Like, shit, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? Definitely, brother.
Yes, sir.
How did the landscape of music in LA look like back then? Paint the picture for us, because we're talking about electro funk before gangster rap, man. And a lot of people don't give the electro funk enough credit, but it's the foundation to the West Coast, our music, man. You know?
You know what I tell people, man? It's not only foundation to the West Coast music,
yes,
it's a foundation to hip hop. Because if you think about it, East Coast rap was doing electro funk too. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, you know, Melly Mel, all of them, they were doing up tempo rap.
Yes,
and that was kind of like the thing. So on the West Coast, I tell people the difference between West Coast rap and East Coast rap in the early 80s. We were about partying and freaking out here.
Yeah.
It was parties and freaks. East Coast, it was poverty. Because, you know, even if you listen to the Grandmaster Fly, like, unemployed.
The message, yeah.
It was like, it was poverty.
Yeah.
We was poor, but we was partying and chasing women. So that's kind of how we got into it.
And we talking about like Egyptian Lover, Romeo and Joe Cooley,
homies,
even Frost and Ice-T's are early stuff prior to them getting on, and of course the LA Dream Team, man. You know what I'm saying? Frost and all their earlier stuff was electro funk and stuff like that, and the World Class Wrecking Crew, right? Like the Fly and stuff like that. Yeah,
Juice, Surgery, you know, everybody, me, Dre, we all were doing dance music back in the day, and not until, you know, maybe mid going into late 80s did it kind of flip into like more hardcore rap. Yeah,
we're talking like Panic Zone and then Give Me Something to Dance To. And LA's the place, man. I love all those songs, dude. Give me something to dance to, dude. Because I grew up up until 10 years old in HP, man, in Huntington Park, and all my brothers and all that's what we would bump, man. All that stuff right there, man.
Yeah,
you know, I'll tell you, give me something to dance to. For me, that was like one of even my son. He's 10 years old right now, man. He loves that song, dude.
Wow. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something about that song. So the reason that NWA did dance records on their gangster hip hop, when we first started doing it, we knew that we weren't going to get radio play.
Yeah.
And me and Dre and Yella, you know, we was all doing that dance music before. So we knew we could get that on the radio. So we did one on each album. Even on Easy's album, we did the song Radio, remember?
Yeah, Radio. Yeah.
And then we did Easy. Was it Easy Does It was another clean one? We did a couple of clean ones. We did Radio and then another one on each album, just to make sure we had something that the radio could play. Because way back, they weren't editing records. It was clean or we wasn't playing it. And then
they had Greg Mack on there. Radio had Greg Mack on there from 1580 K Day, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I just talked to Greg Mack too.
Damn, I would love to interview Greg Mack, dude. That dude's that fucking 1580 K Day, dude, and all the mix masters there, dude. Man, dude, and I told this. I had interviewed DJ Yella, and I told him this story that when because I was young, you know, back in the 80s, and when I first heard radio, I thought that Square Dance Rap, I thought that was Eazy-E, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like Posse's because the voice. You know what I'm saying? He has that unique voice, man.
That's funny. I'm actually doing a concert tomorrow with
Semikola. Wow.
He'll be there. Yeah.
Damn. At what point do you become a member of NWA and around what year?
So how that happened, it was kind of weird, man. So me and Dre, I remember the day.
Yeah.
We were rolling to Venice Beach to go chase some women, you know.
Yeah.
Dre was telling me a story how he had met this cat named Easy.
Yes.
That lived in the hood. And like we all kind of knew who he was because he was like the neighborhood pharmaceutical technician.
Yeah.
And he had a nice car, he had the money. So he was like, yeah, man, I met this dude named Easy, man, and he wants to get out of what he's doing. And I talked him into like, let's get into the music business. He gonna put up a little money. Let's start this new group. So I talked to him and he was like, all right, we'll try something. Then we ended up talking to one of his homeboys, MC Ren.
Yes.
And then Ice Cube had gone away to school.
Yes.
Architect or something in Arizona.
Yeah.
And we started working on music, and you know, Yella was Dre's homie, so we was all kind of working on music together. Yeah. And then Cube came back and said, "Oh, I want in on this," so he came back, and that's how it kind of started, man. It was just like putting a little mini super group together.
And that was around the NWA and the Posse, correct?
Yeah. So I'll tell you that one. So that record right there, and I always tell people this. NWA and the Posse is a bootleg record.
It's a bootleg record, huh?
Because we did an EP called NWA. So if you got the original that says NWA, that's rare, right? And when we left McCullough Records, who used to be our manufacturer and distributor, he started bootlegging us and made that record. He added some other stuff like Feeler Fresh Crew.
Okay, so Feeler Fresh Crew wasn't originally on that NWA.
Nah, it went down with us. We didn't know who they were back then. Now, I knew. Now, DOC was down with Feeler Fresh Crew.
Yes.
Not us, but they put that together and put it out as an album when we were on our way over to Priority Records to make Priority.
And talk to us about who's on that album, man. You got Crazy D there. You look Candyman, right?
Yeah, man. I literally just talked Candyman's actually on the show tomorrow too.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a big concert tomorrow.
Damn, where's that at, man?
Oh, we out in Denver, man. It's it's a big show, dude. Like Candyman, JJ Fad, my girl group.
Talk about Candyman. Candyman's first album right there with Johnny J.
Yeah,
sir. Off of Syndicate. That was Ice-T's, right? Syndicate?
Yeah, that was Syndicate. Yep.
Yeah. Damn, bro. And you know, man, a lot of people try to rewrite history and not give the proper credit that's deserved. And it kind of seems like they leave all the time, like you and Crazy D out, when a lot of the time, you know, you guys were part of it, especially on the videos. You guys would come out, or Crazy D would come out right on the video too. Wasn't it? I forgot. I think it was Express Yourself or one of those videos he's on there. Yeah.
Well, it's just, you know, it's all political, man. You know, like I left first because I was the one that exposed our manager Jerry Heller of ripping us off, and then later on, Easy's wife, you know, didn't really like me much either because I was one of the only ones that was getting royalties still. Because when I left the group, I took care of my business and got paid, you know, and she don't like really paying me much. And I ain't got a problem with it. I actually tried to reach out to her a couple of times saying, like, let me come help you get Ruthless Records back off the ground, because it's a shame that
it's like a catalog. It's a catalog company now, right? They haven't put anything out, right?
It could be huge, man. Just that brand, that name, and just everything about it. It needs to come back. So maybe I'll reach out again and say, look, I'm down with you. Let's see if we can revitalize the legacy of Eazy-E.
And why do you think people love Eazy-E so much, man? Like, why do you think he's so iconic, man? You know,
real. I mean, that little sucker was real, man. He was crazy.
He gets so much love, man, from the Mexican. Everybody loves him till this day, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He's like a James Dean or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so popular, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Miss Eazy. His birthday just passed too. So
wow, man. Talk to us about your production and what tracks you produce, and who have you produced for, brother?
Ooh, man. Because
I know you had a lot to do with that Straight Outta Compton, right?
Yeah.
And what about that Eazy Does It?
A lot of the NWA stuff, a lot of the stuff just on Ruthless before I left. You know, who else? JJ Fad, Supersonic. That's my song.
I had the original copy off of Rudy Pardee's label. I gave it to Yella maybe like 2 weeks ago. I seen them at a pop-up event and stuff like that. Yeah. That's so how that happened was me and Dre used to date a couple of girls that were in the Wrecking Crew. I mean, not the Wrecking Crew, in JJ Fad. Right? Yes.
When they were before they was a group, it was just some girls we knew. We would always go hang out with them out in Rialto.
Wow.
They would always like, we want to make a record. And Dre was like, man, I ain't messing with y'all. Like, nah. So one day they cornered me in the studio. I was in there working on something else. They're like, come on, let's do something. So I did a couple songs for them. I did Another Hoe Bites the Dust and Supersonic.
Wow, Supersonic, man, that's iconic, dude. Iconic till this day, man. Like,